Hello everyone, welcome to Fashion Biology Tutorials. Today's lecture on the living world. This is the first chapter of NCERT plus 1 and this chapter explains what are the major characters of living organisms and as well as what are the major differences between living organisms and non-living objects. See, this is the title of the lesson, living world. Okay, living means one organism, they can move, walk, reproduce, respire and form, reproduce their cells and they can respond from their surroundings. That is known as living organism. And world means a place. All living organisms occur a particular place. That is known as living world. Okay, now we are discussing about this chapter. Okay, in this chapter in NCERT plus 1, some introduction is there. Okay, now we are discussing about the chapter. In our surroundings, number of living organisms are present, like the peacock dancing, the galloping horses, next the birds singing, the migration of birds from one place to another place. Okay, see, these scenes are looking very beautifully. The valley of flowers and galloping horses. Galloping horses means horse riding. Okay, these are all living organisms makes a beautiful world, and there is no living organisms these world not able to not beautifully. Okay, these all living organisms makes a beautiful world. And finally, every living organism has some basic principles like growth, reproduction, metabolism, consciousness and cellular organization. See, growth means increase the mass or increase the body weight, that is known as growth. And reproduction means giving of progeny or giving of offsprings, that is known as, or giving of a generation, that is known as reproduction. It is a natural process, I'm going to tell after that. And metabolism, okay, metabolism is a process. Okay, after metabolism, organisms getting their energy, okay, taking the food materials and getting energy and release of waste material through a process, that is known as metabolism. And consciousness means it is a awareness of surroundings of the organism, that is known as consciousness. And finally, fifth one, cellular organization. Cellular organization means what is the arrangement of organ system in organism, that is known as cellular organisms. Okay, now we are discussing about the one by one. First one is the growth. See, growth is the increase the mass or body weight. See, okay, okay, it's present in both plants and animals. Present in both, growth is present in plants and animals. Okay, not only plants and animals, some microbes also perform a living reactions. Okay, now come to the point. Okay, present in plants and animals and some microbes also. See, growth is also present in both plants and animals by a cell division process. Okay, it is done by, growth is done by cell division process. Cell division process. Okay, and now we are discussing about the growth in animals and as well as plants. Okay, first of all, growth in animals, and next one, plants. Okay, in animals, growth is limited, growth is there. In animals, growth is limited, means after a certain period of time the animals not able to reach above age, that is known as limited growth or restricted growth at a certain period of time. But in plants, growth is a continuous process or unlimited process. In plants, growth is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. It is a continuous process by a meristematic activity. Meristematic activity. See, just focus on what is meristematic activity. Meristematic activity means, okay, it is a type of tissue that is known as a meristematic tissue. Okay, these tissue is present in some plants. Okay, based on the position of these meristematic tissue, again it is three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and a lateral meristem. Okay, we will discuss on the chapter. One chapter is there, anatomy of flowering plants. Okay, leave that one. Okay, okay, come to the point. Growth is a limited growth means, and here in animals also growth is there and plants also growth is there. Okay, in animals also, plants also, growth is done by a cell division process. Growth is done by cell division process. Cell division process. Here also growth is done by cell division process. Okay, these are the major differences between plants and animals growth topic. See, okay, in animals growth is limited. Okay, at the age of a particular period of time, the animals not able to growth. Just the best example is human beings. Okay, human beings who got the age of 25 years of age, the human is not able to reach the height. But in plants, throughout their life cycle, plants can grow by the meristematic activity, by the cell division process. See, now what is known as cell division process? Okay, again cell division is two types: meiotic cell division and mitotic cell division. Okay, in meiotic cell division occurred in sexual reproduction process, but in mitotic cell division occurred in growth processes. Okay, in mitotic cell division process, okay, one cell is divided into two cells, and these two cells again divide into four cells, and these four cells again divide into eight cells, and after that 16 cells divided into 16 cells, and after that 32 cells. Okay, this is the mitotic cell division or equational cell division process. Based on these phenomena, the organisms grow by this process. Okay, this is the basic information about the growth. And now one more point is there about the cell division process. See, the cell division process already observed in inside of the organism, but we are not able to see the cell division how it is going on. But we are easily observed in vitro cultures. Okay, that is the point now. The cell division easily observed. Very important point it is cell division. Cell division easily observed in easily observed by in vitro cultures. In vitro culture. Do you know what is the meaning of in vitro cultures? In vitro cultures. In vitro. The exact meaning of in vitro means under laboratory conditions. In vitro means under laboratory conditions. See, okay, the living reactions is clearly observed in under laboratory conditions or sterile environment. One more meaning is there, or sterile environment. Sterile environment. Do you know what is the best example of in vitro cultures? In NCERT textbook, one example is mentioned, and that example is known as tissue baby formation. The best example of in vitro culture is tissue baby formation. Tissue baby formation. Okay. Instead of the test tube, instead of the test tube, we are clearly observe the living reactions, the cell division processes, that is known as in vitro cultures or sterile environment. Okay, this is the basic information about the cell division process. These are all two types again: the meiotic cell division process and mitotic cell division process. Okay, this is the mitotic cell division process. In meiotic cell division process, in sexual reproduction process. Leave that now. Okay, and now growth in dead organisms. One more topic is there: growth in dead organisms. Growth in dead organisms. Growth in dead organisms. Do you know? Think yourself. Is dead organisms can grow or not? Remember, dead organisms not able to grow. Remember, very important it is. Dead organisms not able to grow. Not able to grow, but few organs are there in the dead organism, like nails and hairs can grow up to few days. Okay, but nails and hair can grow up to few days, and after that the entire organism decomposed by some microbes. Okay, that is known as growth in dead organisms. And now very important topic now, growth in non-living objects. Okay, that's the topic now, growth in non-living objects. Do you know what is the meaning of non-living objects? Not a non-living organisms, that is non-living objects. Non-living objects means they cannot reproduce, they cannot move, they cannot reproduce, they cannot respire. That is known as non-living objects. See, remember, non-living organisms, non-living objects, they cannot do anything, but they can grow. The best example is growth also present in some mountains. Okay, growth also observed in non-living objects like mountains. Mountains also grow. Mountains. Next, the second one is the sand mounds. And third one, boulders. Boulders. These three non-living things able to grow: mountains, salmons, and boulders. Okay, how it is possible? See, okay, it is the mountain. The best example of mountain is Everest mountain. Okay, I am saying Everest mountain can able to grow. Okay, how it is possible? I want to explain now. Okay, Everest mountain, see, it is grown by, remember, it is grown by accumulation of particles on the body surfaces. Remember, mountains also can grow by accumulation of particles accumulation of particles on their surfaces. On their surfaces, see, here there is no any cell division process, but growth can occur by accumulation of particles on their surfaces. You should focus on this point, accumulation of particles on their surfaces. What do you understand now? See, the best example, take in the Everest mountain in winter season. See, this is the Everest mountain, the best example only it is. It is the Everest mountain in winter season. In winter season, what do you observe? The accumulation of snow particles, and here. Okay, this is the accumulation of snow particles here and here at the top position. Yes, here. Okay, these are the snow particles. Okay, due to accumulation of these snow particles at the surface of at the top region, it may reach the height. Am I right or not? It may reach the height. Okay, not only here. Okay, the accumulation of particles on the surfaces. Okay, this is also a surface. This is also surface. Okay, like this direction and this direction. Accumulation of particles. This direction. Finally, it increase the height. like this direction, and like this direction. Okay, this growth is only observed in winter season only by the accumulation of particles on the surfaces of the mountain region. Okay, and now what do you observe in summer season? In summer season, there is no accumulation of snow particles. Okay, what do you observe in summer season? In summer season, little amount of warm is there, warm climate is there, and due to this warm climate, these snow particles slowly melting is there like this. There is no accumulation of particles on the surface of this mountain. Okay, due to this melting, it may be reduced the small height. It is a irreversible process. Sorry, it is the reversible process. It is the reversible process. Okay, in winter season it reaches the height, but in summer season it reduces the height. It is a reversible process. Okay na? Remember, but in both plants and animals, growth is a irreversible process. Once they reach the height of the organism, that organism not able to reduce the height. Remember, it is very important. See, okay, this is the best example of growth in non-living objects. See, in mountains also growth is observed. Okay, then what is sand moles? It is occurred in desert places and boulders. Okay, boulder is a pot. Okay, boulder is a it is a non-living object. The exact meaning of boulder is a large stone which is detached from the origin. That is known as boulder. The boulder meaning is a large rock, a large rock detached from origin, from their origin, from their origin. That is known as boulder. See, the best example is this is the large stone nearby you. This is the large stone or a rock. Okay, a small piece of this rock detached from the this body and separated like this. This is also perform a growth, little growth. It is the accumulation of particles on the surfaces here like this, by the air, by the clay particles like this. It's may growth. Okay, not only this process. Okay, what do you observe in rainy season or monsoon season? In monsoon season, these rock absorb little water amount and they perform imbibition process. Imbibition means enlarge the body size or enlarge these surfaces. Okay, that is known as imbibition process. Leave now. Okay, this is the meaning of boulders. Boulder means a large rock detached from the origin. That is known as boulder. Okay, this is the basic information about the growth. Okay, now differences of growth in living organism and non-living objects. Differences now. First of all, growth in living organisms. Growth in living organisms. Growth in living organisms. And second one is the growth in non-living objects. Now we are discussing about the differences between these two. See, in living organisms, growth is the internal process. In living organisms, growth is a internal process. It is a internal process means cell division process. Cell division is the internal process, not external process. Remember, and non-living object is a growth is a external process. External. It is an external process. And in living organisms, growth is unidirectional movement. Growth is a unidirectional movement. Growth is a unidirectional movement. But in non-living objects, growth is a multidirectional movement. What is multidirectional movement? See, I told you just now, multidirectional means one mountain is there, the accumulation of particles, snow particles, this direction, this direction, this direction, and this direction, and this direction. This is the multidirectional process. Hence that is a multidirectional process, but here only unidirectional process is there. And here growth is a, in living organisms, growth is a irreversible process. Growth is a irreversible process. Irreversible process. And here growth is a reversible process based on the seasons. Growth is a reversible process based on the seasons. Okay, in winter season it can grow the height by the accumulation of particles, but in summer season due to melting of these ice it reduces the height. Okay, that is known as irreversible process. Okay, okay, internal process, unidirectional, and irreversible process. Okay, these are the basic points about the living organisms and non-living objects. Okay, not only that, few more also there. Okay, then what do you observe now? The major conclusion point is there. See, about these points, now we are concluded. Growth is also observed in living organisms and as well as non-living objects. By this point of view, remember very important, growth is not a defining property of living organisms, because growth is also observed in living organisms and non-living objects. By this point of view, growth is not a considered as a living property of growth is not a defining property of living organisms. Remember, very important. Okay, write down please. By this way, growth is not a defining property of living organisms, because because growth is also observed in living organisms and non-living objects. Hence, growth is not considered as a property of living organisms, not a defining property. Thank you.